Hey y'all, Father Jim Haney from St. Paul's in the Plains. I'm sitting here by a monument representing the two tablets of the 10 Commandments given to Moses on Mount Sinai with God's laws on them. We often think of the 10 Commandments and God's law in a negative way. Oh gosh, God is just trying to ruin our fun. God is some kind of party pooper, as Arnold Schwarzenegger would say, trying to keep us from having a good time. But that's not the purpose of the law. The purpose of the law is, I think, more like guardrails on a mountain road or lines on the edge of a mountain road. If I'm driving in the mountains, I really don't want to veer off the road and plummet down the side of the cliff. I would rather stay on the road. And that's the function of things like the 10 Commandments, to keep us on the road, to keep us from veering off and doing harm to ourselves, harm to others. The rabbis argued about how many laws there were. They eventually counted up and decided there were 613 different laws in the Old Testament, what we call the Old Testament. But the 10 Commandments were the first set, and perhaps the most important set. But the 10 Commandments are often pictured on two tablets in a certain way. Exodus talks about them being on two tablets of stone. But in art, they're often depicted as either being 4 on this tablet and 6 on this tablet, or 3 on this tablet and 7 on this tablet, depending on how you number the various verses. But the first tablet is about rules that have to do with our relationship to God and how we should stay in between the lines, stay on the road with God. And the other tablet is about how we should stay on the road with each other. What kind of things should we attempt to do with our interpersonal relationships? And when Jesus was asked of the 613 laws, what are the most important? He actually summarized the law by saying, love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, strength, and mind, and love your neighbor as yourself. Love God, love your neighbor. And that's a really good guideline for us as we go through life. The 10 Commandments are not meant to ruin our fun. They are meant to help us stay on the road. Things like, you shall not commit adultery. I knew a priest who would say, not committing adultery is one of the best decisions I make every day. He also says, my wife really appreciates it, and it saved me lots of money over the years. That simple act of not committing adultery, choosing to honor his marriage vows and his covenant with his wife. And that's what the commandments are also all about, honoring the covenant we have with God, to love him and to love our neighbors as ourselves. So don't think of them as something nasty and negative. Think of them as something helpful to keep you attentive to loving God and loving neighbor. God bless and have a great day.